Right, can you hear me now? I'm waiting for someone to say they can hear me. Yes, right. Tom says yes. I'll be saying yes to sound. Right. Let me start that all over again. Sorry about that, guys. Logged into StreamYard today and they said it's all new and improved. Yeah, it muted my mics and disconnected my microphone just as I hit the live button. I do test these things before I go live and it was working, but anyway. Anyway, welcome to Thursday Train Time. Hope you're all keeping well. Anybody who's lurking in the background, welcome. And anybody who's watching it on rerun, you're very welcome. I'll go back to the chat, start the chat and see who say hello to everyone again. So I spent a couple of minutes there ranting to myself. Delft Junction Pete, good evening, welcome to the stream. Hot Dog Pilot Andy, good evening Andy. Summer Breeze, Model Railway, John and Holly. Thank you guys for that comment you put on my last video there, my video channel trailer. Really did touch my heart. Thanks very much guys for that. It was a lovely, lovely comment. Yeah, I do this to help anybody out, anybody in Model Railways, anybody's got any questions, come here. I'll help them out as best as I can, but I really did appreciate that comment and I actually pinned it to the top of that video, so thanks very much guys. Really much appreciated. Hot Dog Andy, under the weather. Well, I hope you get better soon, Andy. Tom Houston's in. Hi, Tom. We'll seen it. Good evening. How's everyone going? No sound. Common Wards 9874. Good evening. So we're half an hour early tonight because Rob and Grace are coming on later on about 8, half 8, whenever Grace is ready. So I've set up a redirect, so when I finish this stream, it should kick you straight over there. Who else has come in? Still no sound. Ivo's in. Good evening, Ivo. Wolfsec Scenets, good evening. Not sure if I said hello to you. Timber Surf, good evening. Central, good evening. Is this the Charlie Chaplin show? No, it's just an Irish idiot here. Let's put that down to the 4 screens again. There we go. Don't forget to check out the train set shop. I have made a couple of purchases and made a few inquiries from Brian over the past couple of days for a few people. Who else have we got in? Make evening folks if I can't deaf. Welcome Junction-Scott, good evening. Brian Madden, good evening Brian, how are you doing? We had a great night. Brian's one of the club members. We had a great night in here the other club night. We didn't do anything railway related, we just sat and chatted for 2 hours. It was great. Did run a couple of trains on here because Kevin bought in his new purchase, which I was a bit jealous of because he got a Coronation, LMS Coronation, second hand for 60 quid, DCC fitted already. And when we took it out of the box, he hadn't even noticed, but whoever had it before him had actually fitted working lanterns to the front of it and the back. We put it on, ran, lights worked and everything. Lovely little purchase. Everyone saying hello to everybody. And there's the link for the train set shop, the unofficial sponsor. Jerry BVR, good evening Jerry. Lurking for a while, no bother. So, what did everybody think of the announcement today? Wow, is what I can say. No one was expecting that. I happened to be flicking through Facebook on a break and I seen they've got a big announcement and I thought, oh, maybe this is going to be, they're going to do the Class 43 or something like that, which is what people were thinking in the comments. And then they made the announcement, it was like, wow. So if anybody hasn't heard, which I presume you would have by now, is AccuScale have acquired Heljan and all their product range, all their molds, everything. So now Heljan is being sold only from a website, heljan.com, I think it is. So yeah, it was a bit unexpected. So it was, yeah, quite an announcement. And Of course, the downside is anybody who had anything ordered from a retailer for Heljan releases have been cancelled and they have to go and reorder it. But on the upside, they have lowered the prices. So I'm not sure how people think about that. Yes, we need model shops. But then you're getting cheaper prices. It's a tough one. Somebody, John, said, don't forget to hit the thumbs up, support Mark for sharing the live if you can. Thank you very much. RGJ are on tonight. Yes, they're on tonight because I think they're working early on Sunday or something like that, and because obviously the clocks change this weekend, they'll lose an hour, so they're going to come on tonight. Tommy's software just been helpful, yes. Cliff Roy 903, how are you? The videos are interesting. Thank you very much, Cliff. I'm doing very well. Yeah, Brian's because the clocks go forward at the weekend, yeah. Mark, have you mentioned the AccuScale buying Heljan? Just have. So I'll be interested to see what people's comments are. Good night, shooting the breeze on Tuesday. Yeah, it was Brian. Just sitting around chatting. We didn't do any modelling. We just ran a couple of locos on my layout, and that was it, really. But it was good. AccuScale bought Heljan. Discuss. Yeah. Yes, I have the Winhoff train going around tonight, and I have a Class 47 going around. That's a Bachmann Class 47. I had it running yesterday, the Class 47, with coaches, and ran perfectly for half an hour. I was out. I was here messing around. Switch it on tonight. First lap, everything derails. I'm like, oh. Yeah. Anthony, the model trainer outside there. A quick hello, Mark. And all here. Only here for a few moments before I have to go and get going. Okay, no problem. Thanks for popping in, Anthony. I seen you had some good news that you put up on Facebook. So congratulations to your daughter. Joshua W6 Gaming, good evening. 100% brilliant, Mark. I like both makers. Yeah. Some people aren't that keen. Like I know Sam slated. Well, he thought it was more of a railroad product than the price charged. Maybe he's got a point, because I do have some Heljan stuff. A lot of the stuff I bought it second hand, and I thought for second hand price it was quite good value. But yeah, I wouldn't want to pay some of the prices they were saying for the Heljan stuff. Yeah, this comment is totally unexpected. Good, the Brayer cart would be 100 quid cheaper, yeah. And there's the link for the Heljan website. Thank you, Timber. In the UK maybe, but in Europe most goes through. Right, okay. Andrew's in the house. Good evening, 156 Andrew. How are you doing, sir? Sam's trains will be happy. In fact, Sam has already put out a video giving his comments on it. And I think he is quite happy about it. Clive, New Inn Railway. Good evening, Clive. How are you doing, sir? Oh, I've caught up with the chat, I think. Or that my phone's broke again. So yeah, I think it's quite good. Like I know some of the guys in AccuScale, like the people who started it, and they are all modelers like us. So that's why they seen a gap in the market, originally started producing Irish stuff that wasn't there, because they wanted Irish models, because a lot of them are Irish modelers. And that's how they started, and then they branched into the UK stuff. And I think they build what modelers want, and now they've made a business out of it. But at the heart of it, they're modelers, and they want to do the best for the hobby, and also have a sustainable business, which I think they're doing. As I say, they're genuine guys. I've met them at shows before. I've known them on the Irish scene for a while. So, like we all know, everyone knows Richard, who works, New Junction. And I can tell you the way Richard is on his videos is exactly how he is in real life. I've met him a good few times. genuine nice guy. Fran, who's the guy behind AccuScale, really nice guy. Met him a few times, had loads of chats with him. A couple of the project managers, Paul Isles, I've met him a few times. I had a lot of conversations with them. I'm trying to convince them to go into making Donegal stuff, but I've had no joy yet with them. So, you know, come on guys, if any of you happen to be watching, don't forget about the Donegal stock. I know Paul's quite keen on it. Worthington Motor Railway, good evening, how you doing? Hang on, let me just put I don't think I've got it on all messages just in case I'm missing any. I found a new model rail channel, the train set, going for a couple of months. Well, we'll check that one out, Tom. I'm just going back because my chat just jumped all over the place. So if I missed anyone, hello, you're very welcome. Got any questions, do pop them into the chat. Give me the thumbs up and all that YouTube jargon. I'm just waiting to see if my mic switches itself off again. Need a bullied turf burner. If Hornby got out of business, will you go full DCC, Brian? Richard is great and incredibly friendly. Yeah, he's a great guy. We've met him a good few times. And wasn't last year, the year before when I was in Dublin, we stood there chatting for ages. We met Richard at Getz, friendly enough. We used to talk a bit on Facebook, but his life got much busier. Yeah, he is a very busy man with AccuScale. He seems to be all over the place. All right. I know last week I said I was cutting down on sugar, which I have been, but I need a Dr. Pepper tonight. I need the sugar and caffeine to get me through tonight. Don't forget, North Down Model Show is on this weekend. Up in Bangor, Northern Ireland. I'll be there both days, heading up Saturday morning, staying over, and I'll be there on the Sunday as well. So I'm looking forward to that. It's always a great show, the Bangor show. There's always lots to see and do there. But I'll be doing my usual video around it. And I'm trying now not to, this year, because they're not always that popular, I find that the videos I do from the shows, so I'm not going to put them out as my normal weekly video, but they'll just go out as an extra video on the week. And also an interesting thing I found with my live streams is every time I use a live stream, according to the analytics, I lose 1 or 2 subscribers. So there must be people out there who don't like my live streams. Oh, it's Mick's birthday tomorrow, is it? Happy birthday for tomorrow, Mick. Martin Keefson, good evening, Martin. How are you doing? Well, new house, kids, job changes. Me, I retired and got kids all the time, so babysit, yeah. It's amazing how much time kids take up. Even though I have, 4 of my kids are grown up above the age of 18, but 3 of them are still in college doing their degrees, so it's still costing me a fortune. I was really worried with that when they were doing that announcement. I was thinking, oh, my wallet can't take much more AccuScale. Colin Edwards had a really good chat with Richard at one of the Making Tracks expositions at Chester, possibly 2 years ago. Really nice lad. Yeah, he's a generally nice bloke. He's exactly how he is on his videos. Oh, was your birthday yesterday, Scott? Was it? Oh, happy birthday for yesterday. It was my missus Becky's birthday on Saturday. She indeed was 21 again. I managed to escape to the OMA show, which I had put a video up of the OMA show. It was a small show. It was their first one, the Earn Club doing one in March. That's good attendance there, lots of nice layouts and everything, a couple of layouts I hadn't seen before. I hope they do it again next year and build on the success of this year, but it was a good show. The video's on my channel if you want to have a look at it. Really enjoyed it. I couldn't spend long there because obviously being Becky's birthday, I had to go video it, get back out of there because my daughters and my son were taking her out for afternoon tea, so I got a few hours away. As Timber says, click the thumbs up, please. Yes, indeed. Give me the old thumbs up. Share the stream. And say, if you've got any questions, do put them in the comments. John Holly's asking, hope you had a good birthday, Scott. Did you get any goodies for the layout? And Mick, have you got anything coming for your birthday that will be for your layout? Maura King, good evening. Hi, just a quick hello. Going to watch the football, will lurk in the background. Do keep me appraised of the score, Maura. Although I'm not a big football soccer fan, it is my national team. I do like to see them do well. And Maura, will you be watching the match this weekend? Is it on Sunday, the league final? Just saying. If only, though, to be honest, don't think I'd want to be a youngster these days. Yeah. Who else we got coming in? Any questions there? Pete, I thought you were only 18, so that makes Mick 22. J Hughes 169, just sub and hi. Hello and welcome to the stream. Maura says, in relation to today's announcement, I don't know any Heljan models. I think it's unfair what's being done to model shops. I feel they should honour pre-orders that have been made. Yeah, that is one thing, but then people then who made these pre-orders, if they order them direct from Heljan, they're going to get them cheaper. So Scott says, a few gift cards from my local model shops will be off there in the next few days. So very good. Oh, and it was Andrew's birthday recently as well. Happy birthday to you. Mark says, Mark, another training session for Kerry on Sunday. Oh. Anybody who doesn't know, Donegal are playing Kerry on Sunday. And although Maura, she says she's from Louth, she lives in Kerry. She seems to be a Kerry supporter. Worthing Model Railway. I went to Sears Fall train show on Saturday. Good layouts, more end scale than I expected. Well attended. That's good. Those that place non-refundable deposit or Heljan pre-orders with shops will get a credit note. Oh, they'll get a credit note. Laura, go easy on them this time. Hang on. We beat them last time. Andrew's 21 again. We'll say Ireland, Northern Ireland and Wales are playing tonight. Yes, Ireland is in, they're in Prague tonight. Don't quote me on that because, as I say, I'm not a soccer follower. Now, anybody who's come in and new to this layout, this is a modular layout under construction at the moment. It's 6 foot by 10 foot. It's made up of 5 6 by 2 foot modules. So we got 4 around the outside, then 1 in the middle. The middle bit there has got 009 going around it, which is off the Donegal rail cars, which of railcar 18 going around there at the moment. That's currently DC. Then we have 2 loops going around with a station area that's going to be over there with an engine shed and a TMD. And we've got a viaduct section here. Currently going around it, we got the Windhoff unit, and we got a Class 47 going around. It's DCC controlled, and I will be turning it into computer control. I don't know if you noticed, but I got the house in place. That's this week's video on putting lighting in this. It's out to channel members at the moment and will be available to everyone else tomorrow from about 6 o'clock. Then after this live, I will be starting next week's video, which will be doing the gardens and everything around here. So yeah, there seem to be Dean Park at the moment. I seem to be sort of at the same level as he is, because he done roads, and I must say he done a far better job of the roads than I did, and I'm going to use some of those ideas and some of the comments I got on that as well. Give me some ideas on what to do with the roads, and also doing the gardens and everything around here. That he done it on his headmaster's garden, so I'll be doing the similar sort of thing. But I've got some walling that I'm going to put in, and I got a few other things I'm going to put in as well. Oh, hang on. Where are we? Why did that just jump? Clive Newman, right, I have Heljan 58, 26 and 3 of the 47 network southeast ones. He says, making a brilliant job of it. Thank you very much. Christoph Arleman, hello and welcome to stream. How are you keeping? Nothing Helger here, I haven't got any Danish stuff. Hey Mark, if you can, read your message, announce it if you want, buddy. Oh, you sent me a message. I did hear my phone ping. Oh. Oh, right. RGJ Trains have just said they're not going live tonight. They're going Saturday as they normally do. So they've just deleted their stream for tonight. So I'll keep going for a little bit longer. Hadn't planned to go for longer tonight, but we'll do something. So I'll keep going. So we can still have the food chat at 8:30, guys. Don't panic there. Well, it's not even 7:30 yet. It's not even my normal starting time yet. Where are we? Anyway, welcome to stream. Rob and Grace, hope you guys are okay. Scott, I'm guessing you mean the Tiddlywinks World Cup. I didn't see what Andrew said. Mark, in all the modules, do you have 4 legs on each module? No. What I have is the benches that they made for the Making Tracks layout. I basically made them. So it is actually sitting on 3 benches. So there's one here, there's one here, and then there's one going across here. And basically this one here, because that goes lower, is basically hanging between these 2 benches, 2 supports, and it seems sturdy enough. And then of course this is sitting on just a ledge made up of these 4 modules here. It seems sturdy enough. The sort of benches I've made for it to sit on, they've got adjustable feet on the bottom, so if I'm on an even surface I can level them out. Yeah, so that's how they're supported. But you know, sturdy wise, the only thing is they are, you know, if somebody knocks it, it doesn't really, like I'm shaking it a bit there and the trains aren't coming off. Everyone's saying letter. We're doing model railway. I need to get a video out. Haven't done much this month. I've been away a lot. One of the things I say with YouTube is don't pressurize yourself to get a video out. It's something I tell myself as well, because you rush things and then you don't make such a good video. And one of the reasons with this road, I put that video out I was rushing to try and get this done, and I didn't make a great job of it, and pressure to get it done, to make a video, and yeah, you know, just, or if you don't want to put a video out, just do a quick half-hour live. That's all right, guys. It's no problem. I'll just keep going. I'm sure as people come into the chat, we'll find things to chat about. I may even start to do a bit of work on the gardens here, because there is. It's at that stage of the layout now. There's all these little fiddly little jobs, you know, that only take you 5 minutes to do, but you spend half an hour setting up to do it. Like I got to do the ballasting around here for the 009. I've got little bits of ballasting to do around here, you know, where I've put scenic bits in and I need to fill in. Little things like that. You know, what does I say? It takes you longer to get the materials out to do the job than to actually do the job. You know what I mean? Hello, Andrew's mum. How are you doing? Scotland to win the World Cup. Okay, Andrew. Working agent like a cat on a hot tin roof. I think he believes that he is actually playing the game tonight. Oh, Andrew, you poor misguided chap. Grant Salisbury, good evening. And he says, good evening, Mark. Good evening, everyone. I hope everyone is keeping well. I'll miss the food chat. Start festivities at 8 o'clock. I'm sure you have some food with it, Mick. Hi, Clive. Have you bought any more stuff? The amount of videos Clive puts out of stuff he's bought, I don't know where he puts it all. Or what size of a layout he's planning to build. Because he's every couple of days there seems to be a video out of stuff he's bought. Delph Jones Pete just made another purchase from Rails. Tried to do an unboxing this weekend. Very good. Clive says, yep, just posted on Instagram. Where's it in Motorola? I stopped trying to do videos on schedule. Just do one as I go. Yeah, that's the easiest way to do it. I mean, as I say, YouTube has become another hobby for me that goes along with the model railways. I do try and put out a video every Friday, Saturday if I can. And I, of course, do the live streams every Thursday. But it's like, as I say, for every minute you watch on YouTube, that's taking an hour to produce. So if you're making like a 20-minute video, that's, you know, almost 20 hours between filming it, editing it, getting up online, doing all the stuff on the YouTube in the background that you have to do. John, Mick says, John and Holly eating is cheating. This weekend it's time to finalise the short city trip. Ooh. And Andrew's going to Model Rail Scotland tomorrow. Yep. I was planning to go to Model Rail Scotland this year, but North Down show happens to be on the same. It's on the weekend. They have it every year, the weekend before Easter. That's when they also have their show, but it so happens that Model Rail Scotland moved it to the same weekend. So I decided I'd go and support the guys in North Down. And as I say every year, I'll go to Model Rail Scotland next year. I think it's going to be one of those shows I'm just never going to get to. Oh, Clive, I think your bank card needs a restraining order. Ewan says, I just spent another £350 on slabs and cement for the patio going to the shed. Wow. It's always food o'clock somewhere in the world. Clive says, I've just added another 35 mil COVID and 4 on the shed. My YouTube release schedule is that there's no schedule at all. Clive has got everything all over the place. Loft, couple of sheds, spare room. Oh, why is that crushed? I'm going to have to get someone to bring me another Dr. Pepper. Mark, you're getting shortbread down to Motherwell Crew. Are you going to be there, Andrew? Good. Because I don't think I've ever actually, or did I meet you once in person, Andrew? Back again, my newest 2AO now has DCC signed. Ooh, very nice. Clive says, shed needs to be done, else I'm going to run out of room. The thing is, the more space you get, the more stuff you find to fill it. Like I stopped buying storage cabinets because we ended up just storing stuff in the cabinets instead of going through and going, no, we haven't used this. There's a layer of dust on this. We haven't looked at it for a year. Bin it. Jerry, I'm just waiting for the moment I tap the magic card and the display says, are you kidding? It says, videos usually happen after holiday trips or steam train festivals. Yeah, Barnabas Junction at Christmas time. When was that? Clive will be setting up his own train shop. So, Clive, what is your plans for the shed? I know it's obviously a model railway shed. And you've got American stuff in there. Any idea what your plan is for the layout? You may have mentioned it in some of the updates and I've missed it. But you're going to have a fantastic space there for building the layout. And I must admit, I haven't caught up with Digger recently after his shed build because he started building his layout. So I must catch up with Digger's channel to catch up on how he's getting on. About 2 years ago. All right, okay. I can't remember, to be honest. Don't forget, Pete, thumbs up, thumbed. Thank you very much, Pete. Yeah, don't forget the thumbs up for me, guys. Oh, I managed to pick up a can of matte varnish. There's a low-cost store in Ireland called Mr. Price. So anybody who's watching from Ireland, they do have a good range of acrylic paints and things like that. And they had this on sale. I think it was $2.50 for a rattle can of matte varnish. That'll come in very handy for these walls I'm painting at the moment. It's just got a base color on it at the moment. It needs to be some detailing and then mortise added to it. So put the detailing on it, spray it with matte varnish, then do the mortar course on it. Clive is building Wyoming and Twickenham. Clive is building intercity, literally London to Glasgow. And Tom says, beware of having too much storage. It took me 2 weeks solid to empty my attic. Yeah. HS3 transatlantic tunnel. Net train related thinks it's probably finishing the PT3/6 locomotive, decoder and relube. Well, yeah, storage space is always a bad idea, Tom. Yeah. See, one of the problems I have is our garage. Things tend to get dumped out there, and every so often you just have to go out and have a clear out and see what can go in the recycling bins and what can you get rid of. Because I know in the UK you have some great, from living there, like you have a great recycling centres there where you can pull up in your car and they've got a bin for wood, a bin for like rubble, a bin for vegetation, a bin for metal and stuff like that, and you just pull up and sort it and get rid of it. They don't have anything like that in Ireland, or if they do, you're charged for it, and they charge you per load. The only thing you can get disposed of free is your tin cans, because there's obviously the recycling cans, your glass bottles, and any electrical equipment, because you pay a recharge when you buy it. So that can be, but if you turn up with anything else to get rid of, you get charged for it, which ends up, there's a lot of fly tipping in Ireland because people don't want to pay it. So you end up with stuff being dumped all over the countryside, which I'm sure the council spend more cleaning that up than if they had a proper waste disposal site. Anyway, let's not make this political. This is a model railway show. Oh, Pete's running out of space. It was after I won the Met car kit. Like I said, I think I have more track than making tracks, but no team of helpers, yeah. Tom says, I haven't started on the garage yet, or the barn, or the other barn, yeah. Clive, who do you trust to lay track? Yeah. The same here with that dumping mark, yeah. So I kept things in a safe place, Pete. Many locals ended up duking some of them. I have to list these on eBay when I get a chance, all DCC fitted. Oh. Clive, I'm sure Pete Waterman will give you a hand. See, I'm still waiting for my kids get a bit older and they move out completely, because this room here, there's a room below it, because the house is sort of built into the side of a hill. So this is like the ground floor over there, but first floor here. And it's the same footprint as this. So then I'll be able to build a layout, double layered, that goes all the way around the room. So that's what I'm waiting on. That will be about 3 or 4 years. So I'm hoping I'll get this finished this year. Well, a good part of it finished this year. Maybe do the computer control stuff next year. And then I can start thinking about downstairs. Iowa says, but as the PT36 locomotive is a Riviarsa product, it takes a lot of effort to even prepare it for DCC conversion. Right. Balcove Junction-Scott was looking for a winch crane for my TMD earlier this week, but most were pretty expensive. Then last night, they're on Craig's Iron Horse, releasing his on Monday. Looks better than the most I've seen, and it's cheap. Huh. That's something I'm looking for to go with my sort of steam shed over here, is a coaling station. Got any recommendations, guys? Done the usual Google browse, seen a few, but I'm just wondering if you guys got any. I've heard of this DCC thingy. Somebody's wondering, I'd offer to help Clive, but I'll be like picking strawberries, one for the pot, one for me. Backup junction, would Fuchs crane by Kirby do the job? Pete, ask Brian Finn, he's Mr. DCC. Oh dear. I just got to wring the last drop out of this can. Oh. Right. Excuse me while I just sit down over here. I can read the comments from the screen over here. How large were the coaling? It's the idea of the steam shed in the corners is going to be a small area to give like a, if you like, a flavour of a steam shed. So it needs to be smaller, I would say. So it wouldn't need like a huge coaling station. I'm just looking at something that, you know, the loco would pull under and the coal would fall in. And guys, don't forget to check out the unofficial sponsor, the Train Set Shop. Because I did see a station that Bachmann do, but when I looked on their website, they only seem to have it in O gauge and N gauge. Oh no, sorry, no, or was it they had it in the 2 different scales of N gauge? That might have been it. How long to go to Motherwell Crew? Well, it must be about 8 weeks, 7 to 8 weeks. Particle Station, Charlie, good evening, how are you doing? Did you get your passport sorted out yet, Charlie? One thing I didn't realise, I can't remember, I said this last week, but the rail treatment train that Hatton's bought out, AccuScale are producing it again. I wouldn't mind actually getting a set of those, so I might pre-order a set, because they're on pre-order at the moment, so I wouldn't mind getting some of them. I'll make up a rail treatment train. Need some heavy weathering, because anytime I've ever seen them, they are filthy, because of course that's what they do, is clean the railhead, so there's a lot of dirt. Booking hotel, Motherwell Crew, going back to the Crew Ibis. Oh. I've booked one of the travel lodges somewhere. Because I'm flying into Manchester, so I have to get a hire car. So, well, it doesn't really matter, because I'm flying in on the Saturday morning. So my plan is Friday and Saturday that weekend, the First Bangor have their show on. So I'm going to do that on the Friday evening. Probably go to the airport then and sleep in my car for a few hours, because I have an early flight from Belfast to Manchester, and then I'll arrive in Crewe. And I said to Jason and that, if he needs a hand, I'll be around on the Saturday. Needs a hand setting things up, and then retire to my hotel, because I'm probably going to be knackered. Something to eat, sleep, be at Crewe then on the Sunday, and then I fly back Monday morning. Oh, hang on. We can keep an eye on the chat there. Yes, Andy, the rail treatment. Hermitage Road, Pete, good evening. How are you doing? Anyone say that, everyone? Oh, Pete's heading off. Okay, Pete, thanks for tuning in. Catch you again. Good, thanks for working on the passport. Went downtown to see the McCartney photographic show. Oh. I'll say my daughter is trying to sort out her Irish passport. She was supposed to hear about it in November. What are we now, March? She still hasn't heard. That's November last year, not this year. I'm heading from Glasgow on Friday, Saturday, off to Holyhead, Sunday, Motherwell Crew. Oh, very good. Yeah, so I'm actually looking forward to meet up with a lot of you guys again, because I haven't been at a show to meet you guys probably in 2, maybe 3 years before I've seen a lot of you guys. I can't even remember the last time, because I know I wasn't over in the UK last year. It would have been the year before. Yeah, because that's when Anthony was over I was at the Worley show with the Inver layout, and it's the same weekend Getz is on. So I caught up with I think Simon was there, Brian, met Anthony and Joyce. Andy March West was there, because obviously he's a Wardy Club member. Who else did I meet? See, I've got a head like a sieve. Mick's off to have a beer. Okay, enjoy the beer. I'll see you over the weekend sometime, Mick. It's a show of photos he took during 63 to 64. Oh, very good. Town Street, not End, they're still around. Yeah, it's making a weekend break. I must say, Holyhead is not a place I've ever stopped at, because it's only a place I've ever gone to because I've been getting the ferry. Father, oh, that's, let me just look that up. Oh yeah, I see what you mean. That's not a bad one, actually. It's got a little crane with it. That looks a nice one. I usually come off at the first junction before Holyhead to go right, I think it is. There's a little shopping centre there with, I can't remember whether there's a Tesco's or whatever in there, and I used to go in there and grab some food and stuff to take onto the ferry. Because any time I've been in Holyhead, it's usually been the middle of the night, because I'm getting the 2 a.m. ferry to Dublin. It's always cold and miserable, and you're tired. And yeah, Tesco's, Morrison, Argos, etc. Yeah. Whole continental catalogue. Yeah, there's better pictures of it. I'll have to have a more detailed look at those later. Thanks for that, Ivo. How often are crew to Holyhead trains? I don't know, I think it was about 30 years ago since I last got that train. I used to get the train up from Bristol to Birmingham New Street to Crewe, and then Crewe to Holyhead. Somewhere in my photo collection, I've got a load of photos I took of trains in Holyhead. As I took, let's see, I would have been 17, so that would have been early 90s. I took the train to Fishguard, got the train across to Rosslare, or got the boat across to Rosslare, then got the train from Rosslare over to Tralee, cycled to, because I had my bike with me, to Listowel, to stay with my gran and relatives down there. And then I think I got the train back to Dublin, then train up to Sligo, and on the way there we got put on a bus replacement because they were working on the track, and then the bus crashed and ended up on its side in a field, and I finished that journey to Sligo in the back of an ambulance. And then, because of the accident, then CIE, and it was late and everything, CIE actually paid for a taxi, put my bike in the boot of a taxi, and took me up to Donegal. So that's quite an adventure. Got the train, ended up in a bus crash. Or go to Ernest Way and just wall off a square and put a crane and coal heap in it. Yeah, that's one way of doing it. Lloyd Central Station, good evening. What do people think about the announcement today regarding AccuScale? And Flat Trek, all right, Marky Mark, good evening. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. I think it's a good thing. Heljan do a lot of nice models. AccuScale will bring their finesse to it and bring them up to another level. It's bad for the retailers because they're going direct. But it's, even without this announcement, it seems like a lot of retailers are not going out of business. From what I can see, a lot of them are closing down because people are just retiring and no one wants to take them on anymore. You know, like we had Model Trains Direct down in Portishead. They were mail order and they had a shop and they're retiring and they've closed up now. There was another one I've seen announced on Facebook that are retiring over the summer, and I mean, I'm lucky that I have a model shop in Enniskillen, but that's still an hour's drive away from me. You know, there's a lot of people who I've seen in the comments are going, well, I've got to drive an hour, 40, hour and a half to get to a model shop, so it's better for them to order online and get it delivered to the house. So there's the pros and cons of everything. But I think it's a massive amount of business for AccuScale. It takes them into a lot of other scales and gives them a wider European market. So, Summer Breeze, have you ever been to Moore Street Station in Birmingham, Mark? We thought it was very similar in style to Severn Valley Railway. I can't say I have, no. Timberserve, just designed a coal mine pit head in 3D. I could make a coaling stage my next project. Give me a shout, Mark, and you could get the first timber scale product. I've got a few of your, I'm sure I've got some of your timber scale stuff, because I know I've bought some stuff off you. Pretty sure I have. And Brian's back, which reminds me, check out the train set shop. Timber server, is that one that could be usable as a continental pit head? Or, oh hang on, that went off the screen. Go back there. On a pit head, or is it way too British? Rayron VR, we're starting to see that trend in the US as well. Yeah, well, hello and welcome to the stream. Glad you're here. And Timber says it's very genetic, Ivo. And Digger Evans is in the house. Good evening, Digger. How you doing, sir? You must have heard us talking about you, Digger. Colin Edwards, 987. Last year we lost Walton's model shop at Nackingham. There's the link for the train shop. Fat Trek, I'm lucky I have a model shop 20 minutes away in Sidcup, Kent. Like, I'm lucky that, and I do my best for Warren in Modeller's Corner in Enniskillen. Like, he does model railway stuff as well as other model aircraft, airfix kits, model cars, remote control stuff, all that sort of stuff. And I do my best to try and promote him, and he is thankful because, you know, I've bought him some new business and stuff like that, people who didn't know he was there. Because I want to keep that model shop because it's where you can go to get some advice, and you can also go, like I've asked him if he can source some things for me, if he can get them, and he's, yeah, gone off, and he's also, I've introduced him to some new suppliers and things like that, so he's got more of a range of stuff. And as I keep saying, Modeller's Corner is, the great advantage he has is because he's in Northern Ireland, he's still part of the customs union, so he can post stuff out to Europe without having the problem of, if it's posted from the rest of the UK, it's customs duty on it. Well, this is set to top chat, not live chat, so I'm probably missing some of it. Scampton Motor Railway, good evening. How are you doing? I'm doing well, thanks, Mark. Hope you're well. Yeah, I'm doing well, thanks, Digger. Well, Finnerton Central, Brian, he does do his monthly waffle the first Saturday of every month. So will you be doing one not this weekend, the week after, the weekend after, Brian? Scammer, kind of laughing at the fallout over the announcement today. I don't know if there's that much fallout. Yes, a lot of people are annoyed, and retailers are justly annoyed because they obviously had pre-orders in with Heljan. Now they've all been cancelled. You know, that's... Matt Slade, good evening. Oh, welcome to the stream. Check Messenger. Oh, God. Simon has just sent me a picture of him on a train, missing me in the stream, chugging on an iron brew. So that's where Simon is tonight. Have you got that carriage to yourself? And that's a big can of iron brew. Can I share that? Let me see. Oh, no. Wrong button. There's Simon on a train chugging a giant iron brew. Of course, now I've lost a load of the chat. Right, let me go back to where I was. Oh, check your messages. There he was. Parnell Station. My closest motor railway shop is George Strange, but it's 98% American and a 30-minute drive. Oh, it was High in as well. Did I miss High? Oh, hi. Oh. Hi. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. I'm not annoyed myself, as I've always steered clear of Heljan because I heard and been at shows that they are crap models. I won't agree with you there. I've got a couple of Heljan models. I've got some Heljan car carriers, and I think they're really nice. I think some of them are, yes, some of their models I would say did seem a little bit naff. I bought a lot of the Heljan stuff secondhand, so I've got it at a better price, but I didn't think it was too bad, some of the stuff. It's certainly a lot of the stuff is, it's a good level up from Hornby Railroad, shall we say? Well, Heljan prices now reflect the quality of the models. Yeah, I would sort of concur with that with some of their models, yes. Is that one of the Bachmann treatment trains? Yeah, that's one of the Winhoff ones. I picked that up at the Worley show a couple of years ago. always wanted one, and it was a good price, so I treated myself to it. Hello everyone, yes, got the whole carriage to myself. Brian says, I have a couple of Heljan models and they're brilliant. Yeah. What did Matt say? Matt Slade, I have a model shop about 10 minutes walk from my house. Oh, which model shop's that? And another about 25 minutes train ride away. Andrew, I've been drinking Iron Brew while up here. Penalty Ireland. Ooh. Raymond Leggs. Good evening, Raymond. I can't remember saying hello to you, but hello. Heljan has discontinued most of its models. Now they only sell 2 models in HO and a handful in 00 and O. Well, let's see what they bring out now under the AccuScale umbrella. AccuScale have dropped the prices now so they compete with Hornby Railroad, and I'll probably choose Heljan over Hornby. Yeah, see, some people are saying, are they going to use Heljan as like a Hornby Railroad brand? But to be honest, like the AccuScale stuff for the quality of the models is quite good value, I think. Oh, the 47's just stopped. One thing I've noticed with this 47 is some of the stuff at the front droops down quite a lot. And if you haven't got perfectly laid track, which, let's face it, some of my track isn't perfectly level, yeah, see, that's broken off. Yeah, this bit on here, it clips into the, and every so often it unclips, and when it does that, it hangs down and gets stuck in the track and causes it to derail, do all sorts of stuff. Hopefully that is back on. I'll put it back on and see what happens. Go. Brian says, Matt, don't you work at one of them model shops? Oh, the chat keeps jumping around. It'd be interesting to see what happens at Model Rail Scotland. I think AccuScale will get a fair bit of interest and most likely flack. I don't think they will. I think there'll be people annoyed who have their orders cancelled at the model shop, but then when they go on the website and go, well, it's actually cheaper now. David Green 8640, good evening, David. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. MIB Models is the one that's 10 minutes walk away. Colin Edwards, I live between 2 model shops. Now Sawyers of Lee and the local shed, so spoiled for choice. You're very lucky. 18H Express, hello all, I forgot chat is playing up. Yeah, my chat seems to be jumping around all the place. And Lord and Butler Model Rail Centre is 25 minutes train ride. I love Lord and Butler. Anytime I'm in Bristol and I can get over there, because it's about 45 minute to an hour drive from Bristol over to Lord and Butler. It's a fantastic model shop. I just love it in there. A really, really nice model shop. Really good, friendly people in there. And the great thing about Lord and Butler is you have the pump house next door, which yourself likes to go and have a look at because it's full of old antiques and things like that. She goes in there, I go into the model shop, we come out with bags of stuff, and we don't tell each other how much we spent. Although I did go into the pump house and pick up an old Thompson Tank train set for like 30 quid in there, so I was happy with that. It's coming from all the way. Yeah, I did answer that. It's one of the Bachmann Winhoff units. Oh, has Ireland scored? 1-0. Woohoo! This chat is really jumping around all over the place. Not Irish, are you, Maura? Colin, you get a cup at the local shed and made feel welcome, no contest. Top trains and Triton trains are my closest ones. They're still 15 miles away. Ireland scored 1-0, excellent. David Green has a couple of model shops near him. And Mark, did you do a video of the St. Patrick's Day parade in the end? Yes, I did. Let me see, I put it up on my other channel. Let me see if I can get a link to it and I'll pop it into the chat. I didn't put it on here because people get upset when you put non-model railway stuff on a model railway channel. Oh, you know what I was saying earlier on about Dean Park? We're sort of at the same level doing things. He's just put up a video on lighting. That's my video that's coming out tomorrow. He's going to think I'm copying him. Anyway, let's find a link for that. Right, there's the link. If you want to watch it, that's the St. Patrick's Day parade in Donegal town. It's on my other channel. Hang on, something's derailed. Yeah, that bit's popped out. That's going to need a little bit of glue just to hold it in place. Well, let's take that one off. What should we put on? Let's put on the old... Oh, I can smell someone's cooking bacon. So we'll put on the DRS 57. Purely picked that one up because I know I've programmed that one in and I know the number is correct on it. 00, enter. There we go. Well, as the club members are oh, excuse me, we're here on Tuesday, they did notice that my track was absolutely filthy, which is very hard to keep clean when you're actually working on the layout because I was doing a lot of stuff that makes a lot of dust, so of course it sticks to the track. Anyway, back to the chat. Oh, don't forget the thumbs up, guys. Sandra, my nearest model shop is a 20-second walk away. Yeah, under your layout, all the stock you got. That's laid out. No, I do a bit of work with GLR Bespoke Services. You had me then, Brian, knowing where you live. I had to think before it twigged. Yeah, I'm not mentioning if there's any locos I want, because remember last week I was saying, oh, I wouldn't mind class 158. Brian immediately sent me pictures and deprived me of some of my cash, and I will be picking something up at Motherwell Crew. Yes, Colin Jumbo's a top bloke. I always go there when I get a chance, but bypass the other one. Thanks for take a look after the live. My chat is just jumping all over the place. Happens I started a video on all about reversing loops, and the train set just did one, beat me to it. Simon, my mum has sailed under 3 bridges. Nice. Golf always feels like it lasts for ages. If you put a question or anything and I've missed it, do put it in the chat again, because the chat seems to be jumping around a bit tonight. Derailment, don't know anything about them at Jubilee Road. Mark, you did ask. I did. Simon Model Train, anyone, I am bailing this train at Inverkeithing. Anyone at Motherwell Scotland, see you there. Bye everyone. Okay, Simon, take care. Enjoy Motherwell Scotland. I'm looking forward to the video. Remember, the station still exists next to a ferry terminal. Mark 156 Shortbread Express. No, it'll be Mark 158 Shortbread Express. I do have a 156 here beside me. Right, is that last 57 going around all right? Yeah, I'll show you on the... See, this is one of these things when you get locos that are detailed. You can see it's that bit of the... Where are we? There is hanging down, which has come off. So that needs to be glued back up in place, because obviously it hangs down, catches the rails, the sleepers, and derails it, or when it's going through a point. But that's a Bachmann loco. Love Bachmann locos. They're such a good way. And of course, the thing I like about Bachmann as well is they come with a driver. Tim says, come to Motherwell. If there's a show I'd like to go to at some point, it's Motherwell, Scotland. I'd go to that over Getz. And Simon saying good night to everyone. Take care, Simon. I still have to get to Scotland. As I said, I was going to go this year, but it's clashed with the Bangor show in Northern Ireland. So I'm going to support them. But maybe next year, which is what I say every year. But I am going to Crewe this year, and I'm looking forward to that, to meeting up with a lot of you guys there. Raymond says, I'd love to get the Lidput DR Renroad coach, Rheingo coach set, and the BER 05 streamlined with the Olympics logo. So you're just along the road from me currently then, huh? Backbones post 90s and before 97 are mostly good models. Beat a bit of backy. The point in the box. Everyone mentions this every week about that. It is the angle of the camera. It's not as bad. You know, I'll admit it's not perfect, but it's not as bad as it looks. Like the trains do go over there perfectly well. I'm gonna have to change that camera angle because it does look on, when you look at it on camera, that it's not joined up properly. Mark, I was about to offer hot chocolate to you, mate. Oh, I do like a cup of hot chocolate. Anyone ever had white hot chocolate? That's really nice. But then it is really sweet, and I do have a very sweet tooth. Raymond says, unfortunately, the 2010 Zinkfest also affected Bachmann, and not just the Japanese manufacturer, and of course Markland. And Iva says that 05 goes better with a Group 39 cars, streamlined ends. Where are we? Oh, it's 8:20. I'm going for that, almost an hour and a half. I'll probably only go to about 9 o'clock tonight, because that'll be 2 hours in. I find my voice starts to completely go after 2 hours. Carver Studios, yes, thumbs up. Don't forget to give me the thumbs up and share that. Oh, hang on. I see Charlie has messaged me. Oh, Charlie's latest build. I'm going to share that if you don't mind, Charlie. I'll show you, where are we? Share screen. And I want Facebook. Share. So there we go. That's what Charlie's working on. Aaron Legs, I once saw a Bachmann F7 that looked like a banana because the chassis was bent in a U shape. It was like an Oscar Mayer Wiener mobile. Leslie Goodwin Railways. Good evening, Leslie. How are you doing, sir? Hope you're keeping well, mate. Right, I'll take that off the screen now. As he says, oh dear, no, he doesn't cough. Hi all, good. Been editing a late video, only 24 hours late, like Tuesday's trains. David Green says, I've an old you have Mark III coach that keeps derailing. The wheels keep moving on the axle. I think I need a new set of wheels. Oh, excuse me. It could be that, because obviously the wheels go into a point, and if it's just plastic, it could have worn the plastic away too much. And I have seen you can get little brass inserts to put in there for the wheels to run on. So it could be that. Have you checked the back-to-backs on the wheels? Do they actually need adjusting? Because that can cause derailments. Leslie's looking forward to Motor Rail Scotland tomorrow. I've seen a couple of pictures of people setting up there already. I will get over there someday. Super glue the insulator on the axle or replace some. Leslie, Mr. X loves watching your videos. Your name is mentioned a lot in the van. I have a couple of people here, and Leslie loves watching his videos. So Fowler coaling station kit is the old Hornby coaling stage kit. HH Smart, I send a picture via Facebook. Oh, hang on, I got. Did you send it via Messenger? Hi. Because I don't have, I've got one from Mora, which I'll show that one now. This is, oh wow, that's really good, Mora. That looks really nice. Let me share, this is from Mora. comes. That's her latest creation on her layout. I think Maura said to me before that's modelled on a real row cottage near where she lives, I think. Right, I'll stop sharing that one and then I will just try and find iVote, no not iVote, High's thing, and you probably sent it. Books. I presume that's you watching the stream, Ivo. Or not Ivo, hi, sorry. Oh, there, I'll share that now. It's Hi, relaxing, watching the stream with his best friend beside him. That's a lovely dog. Right, let's go back a bit because now the chat's moved on while I was showing the pictures. Arm legs are usually models 36 inches later wheels or the identical 36 semi-scale wheels offered under the Intermountain and many other brand names. Oh, still getting wheel play. Part of the station chart. The local works was built from grey card and various papers. It's based on a prototype at promenade next to the Sentinel building, which I visited last June. Tom, that's Ballyscannon village in County Louth. Yes, I remember now you saying that more. Saying hi dogs, telling which button to press. I just to switch out the wheels on my Lima Sturg wagon so it would match coupling height with the newer Lima Novus. So did the WLAM sleeper that way, and the plastic wheels were bad. Yes. What updates have you done to your railway since the road update? You can see there in the top left, you can see the house. That's more or less in place now with the lighting done on it, which is this week's video, which is out to channel members at the moment, and everyone else will be able to see it tomorrow. Ollie, our dog, likes to watch too. Early plastic wheels, horrible. They don't even properly sit in the bogie. Yeah, they were so big and the flanges were so thick on them, it just weren't great. Yes, I think I agree with you there, Maura. Hi, your dog is gorgeous. Yes, it's a lovely looking dog. Lima Nova is way better compared to the other stuff, only the loose parts faster than you can glue them back to on. That's the whole thing, is you go around your layout and you do a cleanup or whatever, you find a little piece and you go, what is that off? Where did that come from? The other thing is when you find a buffer and you're looking at all your stuff going, what's missing a buffer? Yeah, so what I'm going to be, now I'm at the show this weekend, so I won't get much done on the layout this weekend. But the next thing to do will be sort of the scenic in this area. I'm going to do some gardens, and I think I'm going to have to rip up part of this road to get it into a better position, and then that will give me a chance to redo some stuff on it. So hoping to work on that maybe tomorrow evening. I say I'm away over the weekend. I'm busy at the beginning of the week. So there mightn't be much change to this by next Thursday. I've also got, I've been cleaning and washing gravel for the river. So that is all nice and dry. It's been washed. So there's all the dust out of it. It's been sitting on top of my stove for a couple of days, so it's all nice and dry. That's going to be for doing the little lake up here and the river waterfall down to the little lake down here. That's going to be quite a big job because I don't want to do any more scenics around here until I have that done, so I know the level that the resin and everything's going to be at, and then I can start bringing all this in and tying it all in together. I have the ballasting to do on here. That's really what I'm concentrating on, if you like, this half of the layout here. And then I'm going to move on to this side on the station. I've already started casting bits and pieces, sort of, because I use the scale cast plaster, so that's a walling element. And then I'll be using this for the platform. I don't know if it's bringing up the detail, might be just too white. But what I do with that as well is I cut it in half and use it as pavements as well. So like this one here. That's it scored in half and snapped, and then that's actually going to be the pavement, if you like, in front of the house. Obviously it has to be painted yet. I've started painting these walls and everything as well. They need to be detail picked out on them and given some weathering and a mortar wash. So say main thing is to get sort of that side done around to here, and then it will just leave this board to do, and that section there, the station, the engine sheds, TMDs, and then once I get that done, then I'll be on to do more of the electric, so swapping out all the point motors, and doing the computer control. So, but like to do all this work I wanted to do, it's going to be at least the end of the year before I get near the point motors. Because you think, I've only got to do this and this and this and this, and it's, it won't take that long. And also I've got to do up here as well, do the station up here as well. Hi, as an organic woofer. I think there should be more spare buffers available, as buffers are one of the easiest things to lose, along with steps and grab irons, yeah. I love how some Pico models have rubber buffers. I noticed a missing buffer on the local last week, can't find it anywhere. Slathering butter on the local puts you in a slippery situation. I ordered some replacement buffers from Peter Spares. The problem with a highly landscape layout, little things disappear. Yes. Last week I found a sheep in the pit of my TMD shed. Must have fallen off the hill covering the tunnel last time I had to lift it. Colin, what point motors do you use, Mark? The Growler Blackwood Engage, good evening. Ewan, how are you doing? The motors I use at the moment are the SEEP point motors with the switch on them, but I'm going to swap all them out for the MTB motors because I've got put in those solenoid motors, the seat ones, and they're controlled using the DCC concept solenoid controllers. But I've been advised that they create a lot of signal noise, so when I do computer control, they mightn't necessarily work very well. So I thought, right, okay, I'll swap them out for the MTB ones, which I think I counted I need, is it 22-point motors, I think, I need to get. So obviously, I won't be doing them on one go. It's a lot of money. I'll be doing them over several months. So that means I won't need the DCC solenoid controllers because they're digital and they'll be able to take the signal. I'll be able to get, they'll be able to control directly from the software. Sheep are remarkably adept at getting in trouble. Yes, they are. Everyone's saying hello to Ewan. Oh, Kieran's as well. Good evening, Kieran, J94. How are you doing? Good evening to you. Did you go for iTrain in the end? Yes, I'm going to go for iTrain. I haven't purchased it yet. But I'm not going to really bother getting that until I start getting some of the computer control stuff, because there's no point in getting it at the moment. Because my current Gauge Master unit is not compatible with iTrains. It will work with JMRI, but it won't. You can't connect it to iTrains. Oh, it's half time, is it? Is it still 1-0? Where are we? Oh, it's 25-9. Food chat, everybody. I thought somebody would have mentioned by now. After this stream, I will be treating myself to some lamb chops. I got some last night in Lidl, and I'm going to fry up a few of them after this and sit down and have probably 3 nice lamb chops. Nothing else with them, just the lamb chops. I'd advise you to speak to DCC Train Automation. Those are the people I got my license from. Okay. Well, Digger's heading off. Okay, Digger, see you. 2-1 Ireland. Wow. Tim Scammer lamb chops, had them last Sunday. I do like lamb chops. Bloody expensive for what they are, but Ireland 2-1. Thank you. Ian just had 2 donuts. I did have a burger, a chicken burger earlier on from Supermax. That was out of more convenience than anything else. Where's your mother? I have JMRI installed, start playing with it, a long way to go. Yeah, like I could use JMRI, but it's too close to the day job, and I don't really want to be, iTrains looks a lot simpler to use, and I just want something I can play with, not something I have to steep learning curve and do programming and stuff on, so. Leslie had a fantastic curry, a mix of 2 from Perth. Pricey, but big real meat lumps in them. Oh, very nice. Scott just finished a plate of Kuthi dumpling and ice cream. My auntie made it for my birthday. Oh. And Andrew had a cheeseburger. Lamb shanks seem the worst for expense. Yes, but they are lovely. You take a lamb shank, you put it in an oven, bit of thyme on it, wrap it up, slow cook it for a good few hours so it shrinks off the bone. Oh, I think lamb taste is one of the best tasting meats. Smells horrible when you're cooking it, but it tastes good. Yeah, lamb's my favorite. So yeah, it's. I don't understand why it's so dear, especially around here in Donegal. The hills are full of sheep, and yeah, it's the most expensive meat we seem to get. Kieran, has anyone seen the AccuScale? No. What happened today, Kieran? nobody's mentioned anything. Yes, the old Heljan buyout. Andrews, who likes trifle? I like trifle. I must admit, I haven't had a trifle for a while. I wonder if Claude Code will work with JMRI. Trifle is nice, Andrew. Do you have sherry in yours? Oh, you know, good old sherry trifle. So these coaches aren't running. No, I don't have any coaches running because I had them running yesterday and everything because, you know, I got ahead of myself yesterday and thought, I'll set the trains up while I was in here with stuff, make sure they're all working. Got the Windhoff unit down, got the Class 47, put a couple of coaches on it, ran in here for half an hour yesterday, no bother at all. Come in here this evening, switch it on, and the next thing, all the carriages start hopping off the track. And I thought, you were running fine yesterday. Man, Liz says, years since I had a trifle. Charlie says, if NI get through, they will play here in Toronto. Oh, 47 is on strike. Yeah, the 47 needs a slight repair to it. Really matter what, I have a rack of lamb in the freezer, I should eat it sooner or later. Stop. Hammer time. To be honest, I haven't. So there was an announcement. Yeah. I thought it was lamb, not deer. Yeah, I just happened to be on Facebook and I seen they were having an announcement, and it was like about 10 minutes before the announcement. I thought, oh, I'll go onto YouTube. Had that up on my phone and watching the chat. And I thought, oh, they're probably going to do the Class 43 or something like that. Nobody expected what they came out with. Yeah, I don't think Richard will be in tonight. He's probably too busy up at getting stuff ready for Motor Rail Scotland or on his way there. So all of you that are going to Motor Rail Scotland, enjoy it. Tell me all about it next week. I'm going to the Bangor show that's in Northern Ireland, Bangor, Northern Ireland, not Bangor, North Wales. That's on this weekend, so anybody who's in Ireland can make it. Come to that show. It's usually a very good show. It's probably one of the biggest ones in Ireland. Hormyman 4474, good evening, welcome to the stream. Are battery lights dangerous? No. I mean, what batteries are you talking about? Because, you know, batteries can be dangerous if they're mistreated. My favourite trifle is Black Forest Gatto. Well, Black Forest Gatto is a cake, isn't it? Like, or a gatto, it's not a trifle. I did think it was an early April Fool's joke. Oh, I should have mentioned about all that food because I'm starving. Should you turn off your layout lighting at night before you go to bed? Yes, you should always turn off your layout. You should have it switched off, unplugged. Like, my layout is never left on if I'm not in the room. I've got a plug down here that everything is plugged into. That comes out of the wall. Because although lights and everything are low voltage and stuff like that, and LEDs don't get very warm, there is a chance that something could go wrong. And why have the risk? Just unplug it, leave it all unplugged. Lamb chops in a few minutes, don't worry. Usually chippy chat at this time. Ewan says, yes, I'll be heading into Glasgow early tomorrow morning, meeting up with Mr. Evanholm. It's also advisable not to leave your layout running unattended. Yeah, John and Holly had a problem with their controller smoking and almost catching fire. There was, what's his name in America? Almost burnt his house down. He's actually got a video clip of the fire starting. Leslie says, we plan to get there between 10 and 10:30, depending on the need for sleep and traffic. Where's the Donegal Railway? I have 2 switches by the door, switch everything off. Girl says, probably bump into you at the show, Leslie. I do hope you guys have fun. I say Model Rail Scotland is one show I want to get over to. And as I keep saying every year, maybe next year. We should all learn from Ken's mistake. Smoke detector in the train room, fire extinguisher in the room, and never leave power on if unattended. Yep. Oh, it's funny, there isn't actually a smoke detector in this room, which I thought there was because there's an open fire. But I do have a fire extinguisher, and I do switch everything off when I leave the room. I have some old Polar kits and old street lamps that have halogen incandescent bulbs. Yeah, the old bulbs, the old sort of reed lights, as they call them, some of them would actually get quite hot. They would get too hot to touch. Yeah, always next time, as I say, yeah. Ice cream stall at 12:30 tomorrow if all else fails. Who's buying, Leslie? Yes, fortunately we were in the room at the time, so could turn power off quickly. Dread to think what would happen if we had just left it running. It's a shortbread emergency. So anybody who's joined in, we've got the Bachmann-Winhoff unit going around and a Class 57 DRS, and of course Railcar 18 going around on the upper level on the 009. Is the Class 57 still going around? Or has it stopped? Where is it? Yes, it stopped. To be fair, it probably needs a good wheel clean on the track. I know needs a good clean, as was pointed out by the club members. Yeah. Look at that. But that's what happens when you have a layout that you're working on all the time. It attracts dust, and it's a lot harder to keep clean as you're building it. The Polymer model kits still hold up to the point flour, still use the mould, yeah. How about shortbread ice cream? Put a wire of smoke detector in the train shed, goes off in the house. Wonder if there'll be any more announcements before Scotland show starts. Oh, I'd say there'll be a few announcements at the show. Timbers need to stay alive. Yeah, that's one of those projects planned to do, is add stay alive to some of the locos. A lot of my carriages I want to add lights to. But I sort of want to get the layout finished and see what I'm going to run on it, and then concentrate on putting stay alives and lights in the coaches on the stock I'm going to run on the layout. Scott says, I have a smoke detector right in my room door and a CO2 extinguisher close at hand in the room. Yep. Old Hornby locomotives get hot. Yes, some of them do actually. Or even during there probably will be some announcements during the show, I would have thought. John and Holly Summer Breeze, we're the same, Scott. I'll be getting a fire extinguisher too. We do also have a fire blanket. If you're getting a fire extinguisher, make it sure it's one that you can use on your model railway. You got to think about what your model railway is made of, and if it caught fire. Talking of stay alives, have you fitted a stay alive to an 8-pin ESU chip before? No, I don't. No, I haven't fitted a stay alive to anything. Some of the locos come with stay alives pre-fitted, but I haven't actually fitted a stay alive to anything. Auto protection, 1,000 spare. I have a sprinkler system. Yes, it's a thing to have on a home, common in Europe. Huh. Trains, etc. Hamish, good evening. How are you doing, sir? So that's on my to-do list for a Hornby Class 67. Hornby, let's go see you soon. Okay, thanks for stopping in, Hornby man. Catch you again. And guys, if you're popping in tonight, don't forget to hit the like button for me, and don't forget to subscribe if you're new here. I say, if you've got any questions, do pop them in the chat. I'll do my best to answer them. The bottom right camera is going to die shortly. It's down to 3%. Oh, hang on. I've got a charging cable here. I can plug it in. No, I don't think this is working. No. No, charger's not working. Well, it's down to 3%, so that'll probably last another 2 or 3 minutes, and then we'll lose that. So we'll lose the bottom right hand. Growler unit just spent an hour track cleaning, been rewiring the station, so cleaning and running, check it all works. After model rail down the road. Oh, is there? Layout is fantastic, Ewan. Sometimes we forget that it's N-gauge. I will second that. Fire extinguisher start from as little as 20 quid. Well worth the investment, yeah. What happened to the sound? Why did that suddenly decide to disappear? I don't know what happened there, guys. Yeah, well, with the sound messing up at the beginning of the stream, I don't know. They've made some improvements to StreamYard, apparently. Like switching off your mic when you think it's on, even though you test it beforehand. Particle station, if anyone sees 1 or 2 grey blue Western Pullman tram coaches for a reasonable price, please let me know. Well, Brian, Fitness Essential, is your man for that, Charlie. Get in touch with him. West Castle Model Railway, 8190. Good evening, welcome to stream. Cold in 2 minds on restarting my motorway construction after a cold winter. Now the evenings are warmer and longer. There's better things to do than ballasting for hours. Need of inspiration. Well, model railways, oh, there, the camera's gone, so we're going to lose that now. Well, model railways traditionally is, people would say it's a winter hobby, because it's the dark evenings you can get and do stuff and everything. Because obviously the longer evenings you get out, there's gardening to be done, you can get out and you can do things in the evening, it's not dark and miserable. Yeah, So, you know, you can always just shelve your model for the Christmas, or shelve your model for the summer period and go back in the winter. Because, you know, you do have better things to do when the weather's better and that. You know, I'm hearing Daleks. Technical gremlin, yeah. So I would just pick something you want to achieve on your model railway over the summer, if you like. Something, you know, that's not going to take long. You can go out and spend 5-10 minutes doing. And we all get in those things where we get stuck in a rut. And you think, oh, I can't be bothered. And I think, what I say, if you're sitting there and you go, oh, I've got to do something on model railway, and you don't want to, go out and say, I'm going to just go out there for spend 5 minutes. Set a timer on your phone or your watch or whatever for 5 minutes. And after that 5 minutes, you're still feeling the same way, walk away. If you're not feeling the same way, you'll switch the alarm off and you'll carry on working. Timber says, powder is more general purpose, CO2 specifically for electrical fires. David Green, my RCCB sometimes plays up and will trip electrics for no reason. Need to see if I can get a replacement. They do wear after a while, but it could be something else that's tripping it. It could be a loose connection or something like that. Thanks, John Holly. An update is imminent. Been removing a set of station crossovers now redundant. Took the opportunity to rewire the whole station, reducing the isolation sections. Hi is heading off now. Okay, catch you again. Hi, take care. Colin says, my CO2 cost me 45 quid timber. Timber serves more likely something on the circuit rather than a defective RCCB. Charlie says, I think I asked Brian. All right, okay. Brian will keep an eye out, and if he comes across it, he'll let you know. John Holly, sounds good, Union. As they say, a layout is never truly finished. No, it's not. CO2 is more expensive and less effective on non-electric fires. They're also very short-lasting. Quite an old one timber and will only trip under certain conditions. Denmark scored 1-0. Hopefully, I'll never find out how long it lasts. Yes, here's hoping. SG will be pleased, Paul. Give it another 5 minutes, and that'll bring us to 9 o'clock, and I'll wrap it up then, guys. So, as I say, Model Rail Scotland's course on this weekend, and a load of you are going to. I'm not jealous at all. I'll be at the Bangor show in Bangor, Northern Ireland. That's usually a very good show. Ellen and the team at North Down Model Railway Society, they put on a good show every year. She puts a lot of hard work into it. It's a good show. So I'll be at that over the weekend. So I won't be doing any modelling on my layout this weekend. I'll be away enjoying a show. I'll be trying not to spend money. I do usually have a good few traders there. So that's what I'm doing this weekend. I might do a little bit of modelling tomorrow evening if I get a chance. But I'll be away all weekend. I'm staying up there for the night, so I get a night away. So I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, Wales has scored as well, 1-0. Oh. And Joshua's heading off. Okay, Joshua, take care. Yeah, so we'll just start saying goodbye to everyone. And thanks for coming into the live stream on Thursday. I'll be back next Thursday. I said the video is out to channel members on adding lighting, and it will be out to everyone else tomorrow. Thanks for calling in, guys. I do enjoy doing these Thursday evenings. I'm going to go off and have some lamb chops now because I am starving. Yes, Tom, hopefully I'll see you Saturday. On-spot wired Bluetooth earbuds didn't work. Opened up the module and the well together. The battery was swollen. Yeah, I've come across that before. You're right. I'm dropping off. Got a Motherwell show to go to tomorrow. Enjoy it, Ewan. Enjoy Motherwell Scotland, guys. Hopefully, I'll see some of you at the Bangor show. The cheapest fire extinguisher is a bucket of water or sand. Scott says, many thanks for the stream, Mark, and thanks for the company, everyone. Yep, it's great to have this company on a Thursday evening. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. I'm going to actually end the stream now. I know it's a couple of minutes early, but those lamb chops are calling me, and I am starving. So thanks for tuning in, guys. It's a pleasure, as always. And I will see you, hopefully, all next Thursday or on some other streams out there. So take care, everyone. Bye.